Welcome to the Deep Dive, your express ticket to being truly well-informed. Today, we're diving headfirst into a topic that isn't just growing, it's absolutely exploding. We're talking about the world of machine learning platforms.
It's a fascinating area right now.
Yeah, what was once maybe a specialized corner of tech, relevant only to a few, it's now becoming this fundamental tool, weaving its way into, well, pretty much every sector globally. It's driving innovation you can really see all around you. And we're here to unpack the sheer scale of this transformation.
Absolutely. The speed is something else.
So our guide for this is the Global Machine Learning Platforms Market Revenue Analysis, 2021-2033. It's from Cognitive Market Research. Seems like a really comprehensive report.
It is, yeah. Gives a great overview.
Gives us an incredible window into the financial heartbeat of this market, where it is now and where it's heading. So our mission today is clear. Unpack what these platforms are, the forces behind their super fast expansion and, the money. Right. Exactly how much revenue they're generating worldwide, region by region.
Okay, let's unpack this. So to get us started, machine learning platforms, sounds important obviously, but what exactly are we talking about here for someone maybe not living and breathing AI daily?
Right, good place to start. Think of machine learning platforms as basically a really powerful toolkit for AI. They're one of the fastest growing bits within the whole AI landscape. They give businesses, researchers, developers, pretty much everything they need to build, train, deploy, and then manage machine learning models. And the key thing is doing it effectively and crucially at scale.
At scale, right.
It's really about making this complex world of AI more accessible, more manageable for more people.
Okay, so it's a toolkit. What's actually in the toolkit? What kind of tools are we talking about?
Well, it's pretty extensive, covers the whole life cycle of an ML project, really. Starts with the crucial stuff like data preparation, figuring out which algorithms to use, all the way through to actually training the model, getting it deployed into, real-world apps, and then, importantly, keeping an eye on it, monitoring its performance. And these platforms are getting smarter, too. MLOps capabilities, automated features, linking up with different data sources easily. Much more powerful than even a few years back.
That makes a lot of sense. It's the whole package.
Wow.
And the impact isn't just for, the big tech companies, is it? I mean, we hear about healthcare using it for diagnostics or finance spotting fraud.
Definitely. Those are big ones.
But where else? Is there a less obvious sector where these platforms are making a surprising difference? Maybe even disrupting things?
Oh, yeah, that's where it gets really interesting. Healthcare, finance, they're clear leaders, sure. But think about, say, manufacturing. Even a smaller manufacturing firm can now use an ML platform to predict when their machines might fail before it happens. Imagine avoiding that costly downtime. It's a total game changer for their bottom line.
Wow, yeah. Predictive maintenance.
Exactly. Or agriculture. Optimizing crop yields by analyzing soil data, weather patterns. These platforms are seriously lowering the barrier. Mid-sized businesses can now leverage cutting-edge AI. It's really democratizing access to stuff that used to be just for the giants.
That really paints a picture, making ML not just possible, but kind of essential and, accessible for way more businesses globally.
Precisely.
So this rapid change, this explosion, what's fueling it right now? What are the main drivers behind this, exponential growth we're seeing?
There are definitely a few powerful forces at play. First, just the sheer speed of progress in AI tech itself. Algorithms are getting smarter, deep learning's maturing, new models pop up all the time. ML can just do more now.
Right, constant improvement.
Second, there's this huge rise in companies investing in automation. Across the board, businesses everywhere are feeling the pressure, improve efficiency, cut costs, innovate faster. And ML, delivered through these platforms, is a direct route to doing that. Think smart chatbots, predictive logistics, all sorts.
Makes sense. Efficiency is king.
And the third big one, maybe the most critical, the move to the cloud. Cloud-based ML solutions have been a game changer.
How so, specifically?
Well, it's not just about saving money, although that helps. It's about elastic scalability and getting access to specialized hardware like GPUs that most companies just couldn't afford or manage themselves on-premise.
Right, the heavy lifting hardware.
Yeah. It means a startup can tap into supercomputing power for a few hours, pay for what they use, then scale right back down. Incredible flexibility.
That really ties it all together. So these factors, better AI, the push for automation, the cloud, ML essential, accessible.
Yeah.
It's not just for the tech giants anymore. It's like AI for everyone.
Exactly. The democratization of AI, as you said.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Because when you look at the actual numbers, that essential and accessible translates into, well, staggering amounts of money.
Hmm.
Let's talk global picture. The figures from the report are, honestly, they're a bit of wake-up call.
They really are. Prepare yourself.
Okay, so 2021, global machine learning platforms market revenue, $31.848 billion. Okay, decent number.
Just wait.
Now, fast forward to 2033, the projection. An astonishing $887.627 billion.
Was under $900 billion.
Almost $1 trillion. That's, what, nearly a 28-fold increase in just over a decade.
It's phenomenal growth. Unbelievable, really.
We're not just talking growth, we're talking nearing $1 trillion industry.
What's fascinating here is what these numbers actually mean. This projection, nearly $1 trillion, it isn't just a figure on a page. It signals this fundamental shift where basically every industry, fashion, farming, finance, everything, will soon operate with this kind of ML brain.
An ML brain, I like that.
Yeah, optimizing decisions, personalizing experiences in ways we're frankly only just starting to figure out. It's about data becoming the main input, processed super fast, super efficiently to generate huge value everywhere in a business.
Absolutely. It's a monumental shift, no doubt.
Yeah.
And this massive growth, it's not happening evenly everywhere, right? It plays out differently across continents. So let's zoom in a bit. Regional dynamics. Let's start with North America. The report says it's a dominant player.
Yeah, leading the pack.
So North America.
Yeah.
The ML platforms market there went from $12.726 billion in 2021, projected to hit $340.227 billion by 2033. That is a huge slice of the global pie. Shows continued leadership.
It really does. And if you drill down into North America, well, no surprise, the U.S. drives the biggest share, projected over $263 billion by 2033. You've got the strong tech ecosystem, R&D investment, early adoption.
Usual suspects in a good way.
Right. But what's maybe more remarkable is looking at Mexico's projected growth.
Oh, tell me more.
Started under $1 billion in 2021. Expected to surge past $36 billion by 2033.
Wow, that's a massive jump percentage-wise.
Huge. And it's not just general tech uptake. It really points to aggressive integration of ML platforms into manufacturing supply chains, optimizing logistics, production, especially for their export industries. It's a clear example of strategic digital transformation paying off.
That's a fantastic insight. Mexico's story is really compelling there. Okay, let's shift gears. Across the Atlantic, Europe, also showing really substantial, widespread adoption.
Definitely a major player, too.
Europe's total revenue, $9.2004 billion in 2021. Forecasted to hit $247.914 billion by 2033. Still a massive number. Another powerhouse.
Indeed. And within Europe, you see diverse contributions, different strengths. Germany, for instance, known for its industrial might, right?
Right, manufacturing heartland.
Projected to exceed $42 billion by 2033. And that growth is heavily tied to its manufacturing sector. Using ML for predictive maintenance, like we discussed, quality control, advanced robotics, Industry 4.0 in action.
Makes perfect sense.
Then you have the UK, strong in finance, strong in tech services, set to reach nearly $28 billion. France isn't far behind. Over $35 billion projected. Maybe driven more by innovation in services, smart city projects.
Interesting differences.
Yeah, and you see others like Italy growing significantly, projected $24 billion plus. Even Russia showing strong growth towards nearly $13 billion. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it really highlights how Europe's varied economies, different industrial strengths are all fueling ML adoption, but tailored to their specific needs.
That diversity really does paint a compelling picture. It's not monolithic. Okay, moving eastward now, Asia Pacific. The report flags this as another major growth engine. Lots of innovation, huge markets.
Absolutely, huge potential there.
Asia Pacific's ML platform market, $5.956 billion back in 2021. Projected to soar to $184.36 billion by 2033. Another massive region.
Huge. And China, of course, is a dominant force there, expected to hit nearly $55 billion by 2033. Just the scale of the country, the rapid tech advancement, the huge investments in AI for things like smart cities, surveillance, undeniable drivers.
Right, the scale is immense.
But also, look at India. Burgeoning tech sector, massive talent pool, projecting really impressive growth, too. Almost $28 billion by 2033, suggests a really fast embrace of cloud-native ML to power their digital economy.
India's growth trajectory is amazing there.
And Japan, too, over $28 billion projected. South Korea, almost $24 billion. Even smaller hubs like Singapore showing strong growth, from $0.129 billion to over $5 billion. Southeast Asia generally.
So across the board, really.
Yeah, these strong numbers, they clearly link back to the region's role as this global tech and manufacturing hub, plus just vast populations driving demand and innovation.
Incredible numbers from Asia Pacific. What strikes me looking at all this is that this ML platform boom isn't just confined to North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific, the sort of traditional tech powerhouses. It seems genuinely global.
It really is spreading everywhere.
Let's quickly touch on South America, the Middle East, and Africa, because the growth there is also significant. South American market set to swell from about $2.2 billion in 2021 to nearly $68 billion by 2033.
68 billion. Significant.
And Brazil, leading the region, projected to go from under $1 billion to over $24 billion itself.
Wow.
Middle East jumping from around $1.2 billion to over $28 billion. With Saudi Arabia seeing a nearly 25-fold increase, projected over $9 billion. Huge investment push there, I guess.
Definitely. Diversification efforts heavily reliant on tech.
And Africa, poised for significant expansion too, from just over $500 million in 2021 to over $19 billion by 2033. South Africa leading that charge, projected over $7 billion.
This raises an important question. What are the unique drivers and maybe the challenges, too, in these rapidly developing ML markets?
Good question. Different context, right?
Exactly. In places like South America, the Middle East, Africa, we might see different applications becoming really important first. Maybe things like resource management, optimizing public services, power grids, water, or building digital economies almost from scratch.
Yep.
Kind of leapfrogging older tech infrastructures, perhaps.
Leapfrogging, yeah.
Yeah.
Straight to the latest tech.
Potentially. The proportional growth figures here are massive. It shows the desire for efficiency, for innovation, is universal. Even if the starting points and specific needs vary a lot, it means there are huge opportunities for locally tailored ML solutions.
It's a great point. It's not one size fits all.
Oh.
Wow, what an incredible journey through this machine learning platforms market. We started with, figuring out what these powerful tools actually are.
A good toolkit idea.
Exactly. Then explore the catalysts, the drivers behind this exponential growth. And finally, looked at these, frankly, staggering global and regional revenue numbers. Just to recap the headline figure, a global market projecting nearly a 28-fold increase from roughly $32 billion in 2021 to that mind-boggling $887.627 billion by 2033, almost $888 billion.
Incredible numbers.
So whether you're listening to try and understand, broad market trends or maybe spot investment opportunities, or even just grasp the massive impact AI is having on the global economy, hopefully this deep dive has given you a clear, data-driven perspective. These aren't just abstract numbers, are they? They represent real shifts in how businesses work, innovate all over the world.
Fundamental shifts, touching everything, supply chains, customer experience, you name it.
Everything.
And maybe building on that, this exponential growth, this increasing accessibility we've talked about. Here's a final thought, maybe something for you to chew on. How will this ubiquity, this sort of everyday presence of ML platforms fundamentally transform how you interact with businesses, with the world in the next decade? And thinking further, what entirely new opportunities might this create for you, personally or professionally, as machine learning becomes this kind of invisible but always-on layer of our daily lives?
That is powerful stuff to think about. What does it mean for us? A great question to end on. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.